الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم دستور على الإصعاد السيف سراب الإمام نعت والبعين وتؤذنا وتحال ونترياد وتسلق حسبنا الله نعم الوكيل نعم المولى نعم الناصر. We're about to start the Sohbet, then everyone starts moving. Once we say Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim, then everyone starts moving. Something to think about, isn't it? Before, when I say any questions, everyone so still, like angels. Say anything you want to say, so still, like you're waiting for jewels to come. But once we say Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim, we have to be careful with these things, because if we don't have adab, we don't have religion. Islam is about adab. Iman is about adab. Ihsan is about adab. Adab, Yahu. The adab, the manners, it is the most important thing in our faith. It is what separates the humans from the animals. So, we have to see what is proper adab. Because otherwise, what is there for you that is going to get, because you don't have proper adab, is going to be cut off. Like something else was coming, but now we have to be stuck with that. But this is a very important point, that day and night we must be reminding ourselves. A Tariqat, religion, or you may say Sufism, is not about knowing so much. It is not about knowing the knowledge of the angels, for instance, or knowing the knowledge of the other ones. That so many, they are busy with the knowledge of the other ones. Those ones, thinking they are higher knowledge, but those ones, world and their knowledge is actually lower than ours. The Tariqat is to teach you knowledge that is for you, knowledge that concerns you. And the knowledge that concerns us, first and foremost, is what stops us from being a real servant to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is what is important. Adab Yahu. It is, like they say, Tariqat, Sufism. It's not about reading books. It is not. It is not about finding out obscure knowledge here, hidden knowledge there, and talking about it and getting so excited about it. It is discovering that knowledge by yourself, with a guide. That is when you actually begin on the journey. Because even if you read other people's, it is, whose journey is it? It's not ours. It is their journey. You may read about other saints. You may read about other ones who are, but it is still their journey. When are you going to start your journey? When are you going to discover yourself? When are you going to understand that whatever that you believe, it has to be experienced? Are we experiencing that yet? What stops us from experiencing that? Because everything is in front of us. Forget about zikr. Let's not talk about it. Let's put that aside. Let's talk about namaz. What higher blessing you want to get than a mi'raj, isn't it? That our Prophet ﷺ, one of his titles is what? Anyone is following me? Sahibul Mi'raj. The owner, the sahib of the ascension to Allah, the Mi'raj. where he met his Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that has never been granted to any prophet. That he came to 2 bows length or even nearer. Nothing can be higher for that than that. And during his Mi'raj too, he asked that the same blessing be given to who? Did he say to my family? Did he say to my friends? Did he say to the Arabs? Or did he say to his ummah? He said to his ummah. Amanna wa sadaqna. Whatever the Holy Prophet says, we put it on top of our heads. We are not those ones who are saying, well, you're saying Prophet said this, but is this sahih or not? Is this Hassan or is this da'if? Is this maud? So many things they're going to put in front of them just so they don't take the haqq, the truth, the essence of what is there, of what it is reported Prophet is saying. It's as if they become so pure. They have such pure eyes that they only see the pure things, pure ears, pure tongue, pure everything, that they can only take the pure. And you know what? The Ahlul Haq, they don't surround themselves with the purity too. Ahlul Haq, if you're really pure, you're going to be sent to the dirtiest areas to help to clean it up. But those ones are saying, Wahhabi kind. What kind of hadith is this? Or worse than that, they are denying hadith altogether, saying this is still the word of a man. And there's so much corruption happening, so we don't know. Don't put all of those understanding that you learn about the Bible, how it was written hundreds of years after the Isa alayhi salam. It was not even written by eyewitness accounts. That so many scholars, their own scholars, they are saying it, but so many people, they are fighting and making a huge deal about it, saying that no, everything is literal, everything in there is the word of Allah. Don't put that into Islam. It's not going to work. Because Islam, Iman, Ihsan, Tariqat, Sufism is not contained in books. If it is, it's lost. Any spirituality that depends on a book, it's finished. Any religion that depends on a book, it's finished. Because the Quran now, it is not a book that is only a few hundred pages, that is written in paper. All the physical Qurans that is written can be destroyed. Is the Quran ever going to be destroyed? No, impossible. Because the Quran, Allah is saying we mean to protect it, and it is protected. From that time until today, even if you take out all the Qurans, physical Qurans, there are still millions of Muslims who are called Hafiz. Hafiz is what? Protectors of the Quran. They commit the entire book to memory. And the numbers are increasing, and there is still one of the big miracles in Islam. You cannot find Hafiz of Tawrat. You cannot. You cannot find Hafiz of Injil. You cannot. But you can find the Hafiz of the Quran. There used to be the Hafiz of the Hadith. The Hafiz of the Hadith. There used to be. But it is a sign of the times now. The last one passed. Because now our connection to the Prophet is broken. First fix that connection to the Prophet ﷺ, then our connection to Allah will be okay. If you're not fixing the connection to the Prophet, it's going to be broken. So what can be higher than the prayer, the namaz? Because the namaz, Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, and we say, Amanna wa sadaqna. We hear, we believe, and it is true. The prayer, it is a mi'raj. The prayer, it is a mi'raj for the believers. So, if that is a mi'raj for us, And if we are really on the Mi'raj every time we are praying, this whole world would turn into a paradise. Prophet does not speak anything but the truth. So there must be something wrong with the Ummah, that the Mi'raj is not achieved through the prayer. There used to be. It used to be those ones who are the friends of Allah, that they are open. And openly they're giving advice, not only to people, to communities, to world leaders too. The sultans, they are sheikhs. That the sultan has to come to bend down to kiss the hand of the sheikh. Not like today's sheikhs. They bow down to not sultans, presidents. That after 4 years, 8 years, they get kicked out. We're talking about the sheikhs in the past. That the sultans who are sultans for life has to bend down to kiss their hand. We've come to that situation now. So, Sufism, Islam, it is not Tariqat, it is not contained in books. If you think you're going to get the secret of Sufism, of Tasawwuf, your secret to be found in books, then you still have some ways to understand what Tariqat is. Tariqat means way. A way means you have to start walking, going on your way. You're not going to talk about it. You're not going to read about it. You have to start walking the way. Once you start walking, you're going to leave everything. So many people, they go on vacation. Before they go to vacation, so many of them, they do research about that country. They read everything they can about that country, isn't it? They buy maps about that country. They read the country's history. They read everything about the country. But once you enter into the country and you start walking, do you still have all those things in front of you? No. Why not? Why don't you have all the reading materials there? Because now you are there. You don't need that description. Maybe the only thing that you need is a what? It's a map. A map that is written by someone. Meaning the map is someone's guide to you, how to negotiate, how to navigate, how to walk that way. So for you to find out about your own way, how to walk that way, and the secrets that is there for you, you have to start walking. You have to leave the books. You have to stop reading. That is very, very, very difficult for 21st century people. We're talking about Muslims and non-Muslims. We're talking about believers and unbelievers who is interested in tasawwuf. Because they say the first thing you have to do is to read about it. But that's the complete opposite of what Tariqat, Sufism is. You're supposed to leave the books, all the physical books, leave it, and you have to open up the book of your heart. And you have to find a guide that is going to give you the map. How from here to Mawla. And he's going to show you. Take a turn through here. You cannot go straight because you're going to meet some in very dangerous areas. And you have to take a shortcut there. There you have to walk. There you have to run. There. Everything is there, just like a normal map. And you need to have that map. And you need to have a guide to tell you. Now you think you are walking straight, but you've already deviated. Your ego is playing tricks on you. Your ego is playing tricks on you, and you have to turn around. That time, if you are not understanding how you are walking on that way, how you've deviated, how you are making progress, if you don't understand that, nothing will help you to understand it. No amount of books that you read, no amount of histories of the saints, history of anyone that you're reading, is going to help you with that. So, it is important, Insha'Allah Rahman, for us to find a guide, and that guide to give us help and for that help to reach to us directly from Him. Because if it is something that is contained in books, like I said, Islam is not contained in books. Any revelation means it's continually being revealed. Of course, the Quran is complete. We're not saying the Quran is continually being revealed, but we're saying now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is continually revealing Himself and making us to follow guides that will remove those veils and to reveal ourselves to come close to Him. If we start doing that, then we are on a journey and you'll taste a true faith, a true taste of your journey, not someone else's, not your imagination, not trying to copy someone else. And you're not going to be concentrating on book knowledge that time. So, it is not. Islam is revelation. And the revelation, meaning what Allah is going to reveal, Allah is coming down in the last third of the night, every night. For nothing. It's for the nation of the Prophet ﷺ. So, it's continually revealing things. So, we are here in this situation now, in these times, that is the Akhir of the Akhir Zaman, to get ourselves away from the mess of this dunya and the mess of the Akhir Zaman. Because now we are in a very dangerous time, a very dangerous place. Now it is time for us to move on that road without stepping on any landmines or explosives or any danger. It is time for us to do that. Now is not the time for us to stop, to pick up the rose, to talk about this, to look at this. No. Now, from here to there, we have to move, and we have to move quickly, and we have to move without any danger that is going to touch us. Insha'Allah Rahman. As long as we are holding on strongly to our Shaykh, Sahibul Saif, Shaykh Abdulkerim Kibrisi Rabbani, and holding on strongly through him to Shaykh Mawlana, we were not going to deviate, Insha'Allah Rahman. But we cannot underestimate our ego, and we cannot underestimate what our ego will do. Our nafs, and shaitan never sleeps, and he never stops trying to bring us and to trick us. In the presence of the saints, our ego and shaitan may enter. In the presence of the Prophet, it did not help the munafiqs. May Allah take away hypocrisy from us, inshallah. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al